Now, here's the longer, but definitely the more detailed approach to finding the right hospice for you or your loved one. You can take the list of hospices in your area and start making phone calls. I've created a list of questions that you can ask each hospice. I'll put a link in the description below where you can get a PDF of these questions. Now, you might be thinking, you don't have time to make all of these phone calls. But when friends, family, or neighbors offer to help, this sometimes is a perfect task to give them. Often friends and family feel really helpless in these situations, so giving them a task not only helps you, it also helps them to feel like they can do something to make your life a little easier. So you can ask someone else to call a couple local hospices to learn more about the hospice. If you have subscribed already to this channel, thank you so much for becoming a part of this community and for helping me make more videos. And here are the top 10 questions that I would ask if I had a loved one going to hospice. So the first one is, how long has the hospice been serving patients? And number 2, when I call with an urgent need, how long will it take for someone from the hospice team to respond? And if needed, will nurses travel to my home anytime 24/7? 3, besides a nurse, what other members of the hospice team might I see? And 4, how often will I see these folks? 5, will I have the same hospice nurse throughout my care? And 6, can I change my nurse if it's not a good fit? If a hospice is open to allowing you to change your nurse, it may suggest a certain level of flexibility and a bit of peace of mind that if you get a nurse that you do not like, you can request a change in nursing. Now, understand, though, that hospices cannot guarantee that you will be able to change your nurse due to staffing and geographic locations, but it's helpful to know at the outset if a hospice would never allow you to change your nurse or if they would be really open to it and flexible. 7, I would ask, how many patients are assigned to each hospice nurse? You want a hospice with a lower nurse to patient ratio. I had a hard time finding publicly available data on this, but some suggest that 12 to 15 patients per nurse is sustainable for home hospice care, while 16 to 20 patients is strained and over 20 patients per nurse is high risk. But these numbers are a bit tricky to assess because geographic location makes a big difference. If the nurse is seeing patients in a small geographic location, they could see more patients safely. But if patients are spread out by an hour or more, they really need to see far fewer patients. The bottom line is, if you call 3 hospices that serve that same geographic location and find that one has far fewer patients assigned to each nurse, that is generally a good sign that you will have better, safer care. Number 8, do you have a chaplain? And number 9, does the chaplain have any CPE training or is the chaplain board certified? Now, I know this sounds a bit extra, but chaplains who are not trained can be a little hit or miss. Some chaplains without training are amazing, but some are not helpful and may even be hurtful. Unlike major hospitals, hospices do not usually require their chaplains to be board certified, in part because board certified chaplains are more expensive. How the hospice answers this question alone, I actually think says a lot about the hospice. If a hospice has a board certified chaplain, it suggests that they understand the needs of their patients and they prioritize paying for a higher level of excellence in care by every member of the team. Number 10, if my symptoms need a higher level of support, what facility, if any, would I go to for symptom management? It is ideal, I think, to have a home hospice agency that also has a dedicated inpatient hospice facility, because usually these facilities are often designed specifically for the needs of hospice patients and their families. But most hospice agencies do not have a dedicated inpatient facility. If they do not have a dedicated inpatient facility, ask where you would go if you needed inpatient care. If it is a skilled nursing facility, make sure you review that facility as well. If they do not contract with any facility, ask what the hospice would do if you needed more intensive symptom management at home. Sometimes hospices first will send 24/7 nursing at home before they move you to an inpatient facility, even if they have one. So these are some of the questions you can ask your local hospices to get a better sense of which hospice is right for you or for your loved one. So I hope that this video has helped you find that support. Now, don't forget to subscribe and click on the link below for that free PDF of questions for hospices. I know it's a lot that you're facing, and I wish you so much peace as you go through this process. I hope this video helped you get the care that you need, and I send you my peace as you make these decisions.